UPSC exam is all about writing. Why I'm saying this? See, out of 25 marks, 1750 marks are there in the mains examination and only 275 marks are there in the personality test. And of course, the prelim stage is only to give you a passage so that you can write the mains examination. If you qualify there, you are eligible to write the mains examination. So in this mains examination, in this written examination, writing according to the demand of the question is the most important point to score more. See, as I am going through your answers as a part of daily answer writing, I have noticed that at times there is a difficulty in understanding what is the demand of the question. So I have come up with this new series on daily answer writing where I'll be giving you the tips rather than the content so that each and every one of you can have the novel content but based on the general structure and the points that I give here. Hi guys, welcome to the initiative Daily Answer Writing and I'm Rajshekhar. We will be going with this, let's say, discussing the structure of the answer, demand of the question and brainstorming on the content. In this particular video, we will be looking at a question, why India is considered as a subcontinent. Elaborate your answer. And this question was asked in previous year mains. It's a PYQ and we have to write it in 150 words and 10 marks. So let's come straight to the point. See, you need to understand what is the demand of the question and accordingly you need to structurize your answer. So looking at this question, what is the demand of the question? Why India is considered a subcontinent? So the question is straightforward. There is no implications within it. There is no inferences that you need to make. Question is straightforward. But the word, the tail word that is attached to the question is elaborate your answer. And this elaboration has to take care of the word limit that has been given 150 words. So how do we begin it? See, in the very beginning, let me do the approach. See, what is the approach of our answer here? What should be? See, we will be having introduction, body and conclusion. So this is common in every answer. In the introduction, we will be writing about what is a subcontinent. You search. See, what is a subcontinent? Why it is not a full continent? That is what we need to justify it. What is a subcontinent? It's a very huge landmass having all the features of a continent, yet it is falling short to call it a continent. Take example of India. India has varied geographical features, climatic features, cultural diversity, political diversity, religious diversity, biodiversity, both flora and fauna, such a huge diversity, even the minerals. So in India, you can find entire globe, entire planet, entire earth. So whatever the kinds of diversity that you see, you can find it in India. Yet geographically, it is only 2.4% of the entire Earth's surface. So that's where it is falling short to be called as a continent. So that is what we need to justify in this answer. So in the introduction, you will be defining as per your own understanding what is subcontinent. You just write what you understand by subcontinent. Like I told you, it's a huge landmass with all the features of a continent yet falling short to be called as a continent because of so and so reasons. Now here we need to justify why it is a subcontinent. That means we need to elaborate our answer showing that geographically, that's where we will be transitioning towards the body. So this is where we will be making the heading. India is considered as a subcontinent because of following reasons. So in the body, what we can do is those reasons we need to elaborate. Let's say geographically. So when we mention geographically, Indian plate is altogether is a different one. And when the movement has happened around 55 million years ago, it has collided with the Eurasian plate. That's where this Indian subcontinent emerged. The plate emerged into one subcontinent, a separate, isolated, or you can say geographically, tectonically, a different plate is formed here. And this plate is what? Indian plate. And here if you see geographically, there is a diversity in India, in the Indian subcontinent. See, यहाँ पर you need to make the diagram as well. You can create the Indian, okay. I'm just making rough because in this the drawing is not so smooth. So including Nepal, Bhutan, then Bangladesh, okay. Then Sri Lanka is also part of Indian plate. So draw this and show this is the Indian subcontinent within which we have various countries like Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, India, and Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Okay. So this entire thing. So geographically you made this diagram and then highlighted what is the diversity that we have. We have mountains, for example, Youngfold Mountains, Himalayas are there, and various other mountains such as Vindhya, Satpuras, Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats, and Purvanchal Himalayas, so many, Aravalis and all. Okay. Then we also have the plains, we also have the plateaus, we also have the desert, both cold and hot desert, Thar desert as well as Ladakh as a cold desert. Okay. So such diverse geographical morphological features are shown in this area. And land wise, it only contributes to 2.4% of the globe with 3.28 million square kilometer area. So that's why very small portion. That's why geographically, though isolated, having all the features that we see in the entire globe, still because of its small area, we call it as subcontinent. Geographically, we have justified. Then we can elaborate from the, let's say, cultural perspective. Culturally, the diversity that you find in India, you can see entire global diversity, that much of variation, you can see it in the India. Let's say language. Let's take simple language as the example. See, there are, according to linguistic survey, there are over 200 plus languages. And there are diverse ethnic groups. Let's say ethnic variations are different ethnic elements are there. Then even in the languages also we can group them. 4 groups you might have studied in Indian society. Plus religion, if we talk about, see, India you can find like close to 8 plus religions. Of course different other sectarian beliefs are also there. Baha'i community, Serna, these kind of things are also there. But if you see Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, okay, Parsi, that is Zoroastrianism. So all these things are there. That is another diversity. Similarly, so this justifies the cultural diversity that is there in India. Then let's say politically. See, politically also the boundaries, though we have defined boundaries, but if you look at the administrative wise political administration, there are multiple parties. We have a democracy where multiple parties can contest, multi-party system. So itana huge political parties are there. That is also a kind of diversity that we see. Let's say fourth, biodiversity wise. In the biodiversity, say with only 2.4% of land surface area, we contribute close to 7% of global diversity, and India is the one of the mega diverse countries. It has biodiversity hotspots. Okay, and here both vegetation, that is flora, as well as the fauna, okay, both of them are so diverse that you find all the vegetations ranging from equatorial forests to deserts and grasslands, even tundra vegetation that we can find, which generally we see it in the polar regions. Similarly, if it come to fauna, that is the animal diversity, all sorts of birds, insects, animals we can find, again ranging from equatorial 0 degree latitude se lekar 90 degree latitude tak. So that is another diversity. So biodiversity. Even if we talk from the perspective of climate, again there is all, say, as per the Köppen classification or general classification, you have 11 climatic zones. All those 11 climatic zone features can be seen in India. So each and every segment what I'm taking, I'm trying to show that whatever the varieties that are found in a very big landmass, such as a very big continent, can be seen in such a small area, which is only 2.5% of the globe. So this is where we are elaborating and justifying that statement. So by doing this, at the end, even if we talk about one more dimension, let's say minerals. See, almost all sorts of minerals we can find it in India. There are some more minerals to be explored, but many of the minerals are found in India. So there is a diversity, there is a self-sufficiency, but not in all the minerals. In some of the minerals, we even export. We even have, we are even globally leading exporters of some of the minerals such as mica. ठीक है, so this is where we will again highlight that point that we are having the diversity, but where we are falling short to be called as a continent because of the lack of size, lack of self-sufficiency in all of them, and that is the reason why India is regarded as the subcontinent. So that is where our conclusion is going to happen. So don't write unnecessary things, just highlight each segment, each dimension, take it and show that there is a huge diversity, there is all sorts of possibilities with respect to that dimension, that you can see it in a continent, and yet India is falling, entire India, not just India, India area पे पूरा जो साउथ एशिया पे जितना भी पोर्शन पड़ता है, that entire thing we call it as Indian subcontinent. So it is falling short in some aspects. That's the reason why we are not calling it as a continent. So with this we can conclude it. This is what has to be written, simple. Okay. So in the same manner, in coming answers also, I'll be giving you the structure and demand of the question, how to approach it. Now you can, like, from taking all these dimensions and points, you can write your own content. Okay. I'm not going to give you the content. Okay. That's it for this particular one. I hope it is useful. It is useful. Just simply like it and of course share it with your friends so that they can also get benefited. Okay. That's it for this. Thank you very much, guys. See you in the next video session with another question approach. Bye everyone.